The metaphorical garbage that has been passed down for who knows how many generations is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to clear it and to transform that energy. This is Mindset by Natalia, and welcome to my channel. I have to say, this is one of the most important videos that I think I could ever make. I would argue that breaking through generational cycles and patterns of toxicity and abuse and whatever it is that you have in your family is one of the most important jobs that you as a human being can have. Because let me remind you of something. Hurt people hurt other people. If you are carrying the pain from your life as well as hundreds of other generations, then it's going to be especially important for you to clear this energy, because if you don't clear it, other people in the world, whether it's your children, your spouse, your students, whoever it is, your friends, literally just you being alive as a human being, will be affected by the negative energy that you still hold. It is essential for you to release this and truly start to heal from the inside out. Start not only forgiving. This isn't a course on forgive everyone and do everything, but again, not your fault. This is not a your fault video. It's a your responsibility to clear it up. Being a victim feels comfortable. It feels like people can have pity for you. People can understand you. You can bond better with other people. But victimhood is not where your life should stay. Like, it should be there and it should only ever reside there. Victimhood happens, and then you need to detach and release that. Being a victim really does not get you anywhere. It does not pay you more. It does not understand you. You do not get to be treated fairly because of it. Victimhood is you putting yourself in an own bubble and suffocating yourself further. So pop that bubble and learn to deal with these things. I always suggest, of course, therapy for this, depending on what has gone on in your life, your specific situations. I'm obviously not an expert, but if you do feel like this is way too big for just me, that is 100% okay. And honestly, if more people were honest about the fact that they needed that additional help, because I truly believe that everyone does to a certain extent, if more people were to do that, like maybe you're considering right now, the world would be such a better place. It would just be not even better as in better people, like a superiority. People would just know how to heal. People would heal themselves, and then they wouldn't keep hurting other people in the world. A huge transformational moment that happens when you are breaking through these generational cycles is you come to the conclusion that a lot of this stuff that was handed down to you was not your fault. Maybe you've made mistakes where you've made other people feel bad. Again, this is a recurring loop. It's like the most common thing in the world. We see this in kids. Kids that aren't doing well emotionally or physically or whatever, they're going to be the ones picking on other kids. And this isn't to justify those actions. It's to clearly just show you that everyone is going through their own battle. And that's why we can't also take things personally. People aren't doing things to you specifically because it's about you. It is like 100% of the time about them, about the love that they didn't have, about the things that they're struggling with, their limiting beliefs, what they don't think is possible for their lives. So they're going to tell you that it's not possible for your life either. But all of these things, you just need to detach from the idea that anyone is ever saying something that you should take personally. Anything that you take personally will just guide more of those yucky feelings inside of you. Get comfortable with your boundaries. I made a whole other video about boundaries, so check that out if you want some specific detail on physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, spiritual boundaries, all those things. Here is the truth. Boundaries are not for other people. Boundaries are for you to be accountable with yourself. This is not, I have to tell other people how to treat me. This is, people are going to treat me whatever way they want, and I'm going to either accept or reject that. And that is what a true boundary is. I'm not nagging. I'm not telling people to do things. I'm not telling people how to show up. Maybe I'm doing that in like healthy, natural conversations. Maybe I tell a friend, hey, I really need you to show up like this for me. Hey, mom, I really want your help with this. I really need you in this. Those are different conversations about open communication. I'm specifically talking about the importance of you setting boundaries with yourself. And this is the thing. You want other people to respect boundaries that you don't respect yourself. You want other people to do the hard work because the hard work is not allowing that bad energy into your life. But sometimes we say, but it's family, but how am I supposed to leave? But we put up all of these blocks, which a lot of times they might be true. You might not be able to leave where you are. You might not be able to just get rid of everyone in your family. If you want people to respect your boundaries, you need to respect your boundaries, because I promise you, respect from other people is gained when they see that you are not letting in toxicity. You are putting your foot down on, no, this is not going to happen. Or yes, this is going to happen, whatever the situation. So identify those boundaries. This is another thing I'm going to say. Culturally, I 100% understand that. I mean, I come from a Latino household, and the word boundary does literally not exist in Spanish. There's a word límite, which is like a limit, some kind of limit that you're putting up. But this word literally does not exist in the language of the culture where I come from. So I 100% understand that when I say, look at your boundaries, what are your boundaries? It might not be relatable to you because you're like, my mom will literally laugh in my face if I say something like that. But again, this is why boundaries are not for other people. They're for you. I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And this takes practice, okay? This is not one day it's done and it feels good. This is over and over again, receiving feedback, receiving criticism, hearing from your friends, from your family, whoever it is that's trying to cross those boundaries, hearing, you're so selfish. You don't know what you're talking about. You're going to regret this. This isn't how a young child should act. You shouldn't be disrespectful to your parents. You shouldn't be doing, it's like, no, 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 no. I started my journey with boundaries a while ago, and I heard every one of those things from my family and beyond. But now my family knows if I say something, it is what it is. People hold respect for people that can hold up their own boundaries, because you are going to get tested over and over again. You are going to be beat down. You're going to question yourself. Am I a bad person? Am I doing something wrong? The only wrong thing that you can do is betray yourself for the interest of someone else. If someone else thinks that you need to be something for them, but that breaks you down as who you are, that is not a person that's for you. And a lot of times these aren't intentional things. It's not like people are mapping out, how can I do this? How can I be bad towards her? No, but this is why you just have to have so much faith and clarity that I just know what I want. I just am going to say what I want. And that is going to bring you so much confidence, first of all, and it's going to gain you respect. Not that respect needs to be earned or you're waiting around again for other people to be like, oh, well, I finally respect you. That might never come. That's not the point. It's at the end of the day, can you look at yourself, come back to yourself and say, I did the best that I could for me. I chose something maybe that was difficult, maybe something that was the easiest thing in the world because it worked for me. And that's it. It's period. That's the end of the sentence. When you're a beginner at setting boundaries, it is very normal for you to go one extreme or the other. So one day you might just blow up and be like, absolutely not. You're not going to cross this line. But this is why that's not real regulated emotions, and that's not real boundary setting. That's you lashing out because you haven't felt like you had a voice before. That's very different. I read this really good book, I'll put it up if I remember it, about boundaries, and she talked about how boundaries needed to be green, yellow, red. Use gratitude, compassion, steadiness. This is not a sprint. This is lifelong work. It requires you to get away from those yucky feelings, the jealousy, the fear, the revenge, the abandonment, all of these things that just hold you down so heavily. It's time to release those. And again, this is not done in one day. This is lifelong work. And that's the hard thing. We want a quick solution. We want to just be able to set boundaries. We want people to respect us. Really, if you start with you, start with the only thing that you can control, obviously, speaking like that, but the only thing that you can control what happens with is you. And there's things that you won't even be able to control about yourself. You know what I mean? But start with what you have. You have you. You have your self-respect. You have your trust with yourself. And if you don't have those things, start there. Start where you are with what you have. Where there is bad, there is good. Every good story has a bad part. Every bad story has a good part. This isn't black and white. I always say that. It's always somewhere in the gray. It's always something that mixes in between those two colors. Also, when you're realizing these things, it is a very easy time to just throw judgment on everyone around you, on your parents, on your grandparents, on their skills, on anything that they had. It's very easy to put that blame and judgment on someone else. That's the easiest thing to do in the world, right? I don't want to deal with these yucky feelings that I have cultivated with me now. I want to blame the person that I feel like gave those to me. You also have to consider that there is already work that has been done. I promise you, it does not matter the family that you have come from. Every generation, every person is built to exceed in their life, okay? Everyone is some way going upward, okay? Even if they make mistakes, even if the worst of the worst case scenario, every generation does learn something. Today's takeaway is stop waiting for people to change. You take on this energy and you transform it into exactly what you want by setting boundaries, by acting differently, by exactly knowing what kind of life that you want. The cycle stops with you. This is the last train. This is the last time that your generation will have to deal with this. You are going to clear it. And trust me, you have the most difficult job in the world, okay? I understand that. I understand that. You have to deal with everything that's been passed down to you, everything in your life, and everything so that you don't keep passing it down to other people in your line. That is excruciatingly difficult work, but no one else better to do it than you. Trust me, and truly I know that if that's in the position that you're in, you are meant to be there. And as I always say, the universe and God only gives us problems that we can handle. So if you are dealing with something like this, it's because you can. You already have the escape. You already know how to do it, okay? Ask for divine guidance. Ask for help. Ask for therapy. Ask, ask, ask. This is not a journey that you should do alone. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you for being here with me, sharing with me. I hope that I brought you some comfort and just knowledge that you are going to be okay. It doesn't matter, you are going to be okay. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.